What's going on, ladies and gents? Your boy Gamma back with the lovely
Juju.
This is our very first weekly recap. You know what? Before we turned the cameras on, right?
Yeah.
We were thinking about how we should present it. The structure and the details and all that. And then I said, nah. Let's just give it to them raw.
Yeah.
That's all. You know, we've been doing that all week.
Yeah.
However, the recap is going to cover some of the more
salacious.
Yeah, the highlights, the exciting matchups or non-matchups, and we can kind of go into detail a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you know, again, I go by the name of Gamma. This is Juju. If you're new here, just want to welcome you. Go ahead and hit the sub button. Normally, what we do when we do play the videos, right? We do our initial reactions. First impression. So we do that, right? We pause it like what you see on the screen, and we focus on the contestant. We just kind of let you know initially, are they presentable? That's it.
Yeah.
No judgment, not too deep. Just, you know, how do they look? Do they
first impression?
Right.
Yeah.
They trying to find love, or they trying to go to the club, or they just came back from shopping or something like that. You know what I mean? Then, if it's the first time we have a lineup, we'll pause it and go through the lineup. And you guys know how the game goes. Usually it's multiple guys, multiple girls for each lineup.
Yep.
So in other words, you might catch the first time we cover the lineup, right? And then every video following is going to be focusing on the main person finally
coming out. Yeah.
Just want to put that out there because, you know, let's go to my, let's see. Nah, I ain't going to.
I know what you're about to do.
I was going to open up the email and everything else like, dude, listen.
Hello.
So this is the channel, guys. If you haven't been here, look, what we got, 11 videos?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we ain't been doing this for like forever. Because some people come into this like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like, yo.
Like, why you going in on the...
Yeah, leave her alone. She ain't as bad. Or leave him alone. This, again, the format is very simple. Because and you know who I'm talking about. There's one guy in the comments. You know... He thought we was like defending some of the debauchery. Let's put it like that. Nah, man. We are focused on the main person trying to find love with, you know, the entire lineup. However, it's only that first video we cover the lineup.
Yeah.
That's when we like, yo, you know, she's this way or he's this way. Yeah. But also, as we find out more information, right, we will discuss it. And this is why we have the recap.
The recap.
There you go.
This is why we have this.
All right, man. So where we gonna start, man? We could just start with the guy on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Since he's on the screen, this was one of the more presentable guys.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
overall, like, you know, in terms of his demeanor, his energy, his disposition, everything about him felt like, yo, I really want to find love. You know, like, what was your impressions again?
Yeah, just
overall,
like,
since you know, it's more than just the first.
Down to earth, already got his stuff together, right? And he's looking for a serious relationship, you know, in life. So
right, and it seemed like the ladies were kind of feeling him too.
Yeah, like, you know security. I think that's what you said before. He screams security.
Right. He's mature, but he's secure. He had like a lot of different things he mentioned. I think credit cleaning. Yeah. You know, what was it? It was something he said to something about, you know, generating passive income, I think, something like that.
Yeah, and some charitable, I believe.
Right.
Just some charity. Yeah.
Now, the big thing that everybody's talking about, he got rejected by who you see on the screen. Yeah. And it was also pink dress, too, I think.
Pink dress, yes.
They popped his balloon because he said he enjoys gaming.
Oh, yes. This was the one that stood out,
Video games, that was it.
That's why this stood out,
And what made that so horrible is they popped the balloons first, right?
Yeah, no questions.
Then they had the...
they had the conversation.
Popped first, then they had the whole, hey, you mean you played casually? Oh, okay. So, everybody went in on the women. And in that case, I do got to agree. Like, do you know what you want? That should not be a deal breaker.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, in his case, at least.
In his case, yeah.
It revealed that a lot of these women, and I think someone said this in the comments too, they are constantly stuck in their past trauma. So no matter who you are,
Yeah.
it's always going to be a comparison. It's like,
I agree.
yeah, no matter what you could be the most honest, sincere, genuine person, right?
Yeah.
They're always going to be matching you against what they yeah.
And that's what I got a lot of.
Too much of that baggage.
Because she's like, every time like I look at a video game, it just brings me back. She literally described it like that. So she has to catch herself.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot for her.
It's crazy. And with the pink dress woman, how did she look again? Yeah.
There she go.
Okay. Her in the background.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Like, actually, I think these two ended up being together.
This
or
is,
no?
I don't know. You know what? Let me go ahead to the end of it.
Check.
We doing a recap.
Oh no,
so
it was her. It was her. No, it wasn't her.
Oh yeah, it was her right
with
here.
the black dress.
I don't know if you guys can see it. Yep.
So, listen. What was the question again? Or what were I don't want to miss it, but overall, that was the match. They walked off.
So they winded up being together, right?
Right. And
how do you feel about that? Let's just before we move on to the next contestant, how do you feel about this match?
It was perfect.
You liked it? Okay.
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't expect it.
Right.
I did not expect it, but I respect it and I like it.
Yeah.
Because all the women, for the most part, it was like certain answers they would give, it just exuded their issues,
right.
past or baggage. This woman, she looks like a very, mature woman, right?
Right.
Beautiful, but she just seemed to have it all together like a grown woman would.
Okay.
I
remember at the end she was really pouring it heavy on that traditional women, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow you to lead.
She was like, yeah, you can lead. I cook. I don't mind this and that. So she really did turn it up on him, and he probably felt like, man, this is the best pick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I think that was good. And we got like the 40-year-old guy, but I think we're gonna save him for last. This guy right here.
Oh, guys, listen. We're going to leave him for last.
I'm from the ghetto.
We got some stuff to say about him. So make it to the end.
No, but here's the funny thing. I think this is the one that got a lot of people upset because he's going around the internet as a legend in terms of checking women and humbling them, right?
Yeah.
Yo, we do not condone the quality of women in this lineup. And what that means is we're not putting them down, but we're not also acting like these are the top choice. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the energy people mistaken. They took it as like, yo, why don't you go in on the women? I'm like, nah, that's not the format of what we do here. No. It's that simple. Yeah, it's not about it ain't nothing else. It ain't about like so once y'all understand that.
Yeah.
Then you can know why we probably didn't spend, repeat the same thing every video.
This woman like this.
Yeah, she went in a tight dress. She went, you know what I mean? It was just highlighting what he could work on.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, look, let me ask everybody.
He's the one looking for love.
Who didn't see anything wrong with this guy? Let me ask y'all a sincere question. And by wrong,
that should be a question for the comments.
Right. But no, let me finish though.
Okay.
I want them to think about what I'm about to say. I'm not talking about what he exposed. Nobody's questioning that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about his demeanor, his energy, the way he approaching them, the things he's saying.
Yeah.
Would you want your sister, your daughter, if she's of dating age, or even your moms if she's single, any woman you actually care about, you love, would you want her to date a guy like this? That's the other question.
Think about it.
You know what I mean? And that's why we were saying like, yo, his too much aggression. You know what I mean? You don't need to talk to women like that. Yeah. The other gentleman, you know what? Look, before we go too much into it, let me go back to this guy here.
Yeah.
He was popped by several people.
Yeah.
He was rejected. You know what I mean? But the way he handled himself, you gotta be classy. It ain't see, that's the problem. There's too much anger.
Like not like staring you down like
in love. Everybody's exposing each other. Look, and maybe we should cover the guy.
You want to cover him right now?
Because I keep going back to him, and I don't want to be like forgetting my thoughts. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's cover him right now.
He also said he had no deal breaker. Right?
Okay.
A lot of people were like, yeah, they tried to excuse that.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with that. He spent the majority of his episode discussing baby daddies. He wasn't celebrating it with them. He wasn't giving them props for having more than one.
Right.
He was condemning that. That is a deal breaker. The fact that you're going on and on and you're like, yo, 3 baby daddies after the first one, full. It's on you. He's letting you know. See, look, a deal.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody. A deal is an agreement between two parties, right?
Okay.
You can't get a record deal on your own. The label's got to offer you a deal and you accept it.
Right.
So a deal breaker is what would make you not want to have an agreement with someone else. Clearly, multiple men having children with the same woman is a big deal breaker. And it should. That's the problem. I think people thought we were not, saying that it should be a deal breaker.
Right. Like,
unless, of course, you have your own kids, you want to do a blended family type deal. But if you're a single man and you have that energy towards single mothers, let it be known that's a deal breaker. That was one of the gripes I had. And then the other thing is just the overall energy. I'm not a big fan of people who's trying to look for romance, love, and intimacy without understanding all the dynamics that goes into
the nuances and everything.
If you're a very angry person, you shouldn't be dating. Period.
Yeah.
If you know that, like, I get, get help.
Yeah, first.
Right. I don't like when people excuse that. That's the whole thing I said about compassion. Compassion is not about making excuses for people. It's about understanding. See, you guys can try to roast me. I got thick skin, right? My family, my friends, I grew up, we all roasted each other. Someone else, though, they might have been invalidated over and over. So even if you make fun of their hat, they ready to fight. It's a trigger. It brings them back to that point where they was always put down, right? I don't have that experience. So my mindset should be, I understand why you get upset. You know why? Because I'm looking at it. You told me about your past, or that's what compassion is about.
Right.
Understand. It's like your pain in my heart.
Right.
People don't get that, though. And I'm not even making fun of anybody that doesn't understand it. I'm just saying it's important to know that there's always two sides. As much as these women might have been classless and, tasteless and all of that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want someone you love dating him either. He's not ready for love. Let's just put that's all I'm saying. I'm being honest, though.
Yeah.
Well, like, he coming out there like, I'm from the ghetto. What is that about? Come on, bro. You want to take...
No, but who normally talks like that?
Like, he was being a character. That's all we were saying.
I don't mean to reduce your highlights, your wisdom, your words to like that statement, but who really talks like
even
that?
His look, man. Like, if y'all can't read energy, that's scary, though. You ain't got to even be deep in psychology to understand. Seriously, your demeanor, the way you look at someone, the way you talk. You're talking about love, but you know what I mean? You giving them, like, what is so you tense.
Doing? You remember when we started viewing this, I said, like, yo, this guy, he's just so tense.
Yeah.
He makes, me go like, ooh, because it's like, you're talking one way, and then it's like you're looking at the other person he's talking to, like, what are you going to say? How are you going to respond?
Right.
Like, it just makes it like, but really, again, would you want your loved one to be with a person like that?
If they being honest, the answer would be no. You want a balanced individual. You want somebody that can take all the heat that he had to probably, take, whatever you want to call it, his pants.
Yeah.
But they can also handle himself, cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
You don't want a hothead that's going to get in trouble all the time.
Now,
been there, done that. But 40, come on, man. You should know better.
He said it himself, y'all. Where he's from, we don't take rejection well.
Right.
Once he said that, but with the second girl who popped the balloon from the beginning, it was like it just went downhill. Like at that point, because he was like, now it's like everyone who pops my balloon, I'm gonna ask questions to call you out, put your business in front of the street.
Right. That's the other thing I didn't like.
Like really asking every single woman. It's one thing to be like,
no. He didn't ask every woman. It was
the
only
first two. He did not.
You see what I'm saying?
Because it caught him off. So it caught him off completely.
He should have put it as a question, like, how many of you have children and how many?
Yeah.
That would have made more sense. It was a retaliation move.
It was.
That's all we were talking about. I'm not even dismissing what the women are doing and whatever the quality of them.
Right.
But you got to catch what's going on.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody who's like tit for tat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they real vindictive. And,
like
come on, bro.
Okay. Like, and it was like the way he even asked it, like you got kids? Oh no, it wasn't even you got kids. How many kids do you have?
Right.
It was an outright assumption. That's wild.
He ain't like the women, I guess.
So he was like, how many kids you got?
Yeah.
How many baby daddies?
Right.
I can't even say it like that fast back to that. It was like rapid fire.
Right.
It was. basically he was like in attack mode. It was clear as day he was in attack mode.
Now we got to touch on the other side because they're gonna feel like we're going in too much on him. I'm about to
touch on the other side.
All right, go ahead.
So he's on attack mode, and now he's basically looking at all these women like
in disgust.
The
test.
So it's like, let me put you out on Front Street, and he did. He did highlight their truths, their realities. No one is disputing that. Yes, you know, 2 or 3 baby daddies or 2 kids. I think everyone had like 2 to 3, right?
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it made them as a woman. I could just putting myself in their shoe, I could just imagine the vulnerability or the vulnerableness.
Right,
you know what I mean?
That
they must have had. Oh my gosh!
But let me say this though, because I don't want you going in too much for they not see the balance that we're trying to present. Okay. We're not saying that those women who had multiple kids with multiple men, and we're not saying that should be ignored. Right? It's multiple things actually. One, it's his deal breaker. Maybe he didn't know that because clearly the energy he gave to this was so strong. You could tell he doesn't want any parts of it. That's a deal breaker. But more importantly, what we really were trying to highlight is both sides. That's why you got a male and female perspective.
Yeah.
See, I could go in on the ladies. I can do the obvious and be like, baby mama drama, blah, blah. That's obvious and that's cool. You know, you should consider every factor. But then the other side, like, you know, Juju said, like, what does a guy like this, and I'm not talking about to baby mamas and to even the presentable woman, even the humble woman, how will they view him? That's what really matters. Because if he don't want them women, who's he looking for? He's looking for somebody that he views as higher quality caliber than them.
You see, and I'm glad you said that because it's like, imagine a woman, you know, such as myself. I haven't walked in their shoes. I have not made those, you know, decisions or choices or what have you, you know, or took certain steps. I haven't walked their path, right? But me, you know, who's, you know, I'm married. I have, you know, we have kids. It's like, I don't know, like looking at him again, going back to that question, like my niece or my sister, or like, would I want to see them with that type of person? No. It's like,
look. I don't want you to go on too long. Let me just say this. Let me wrap it up with this. Yeah. And that was valid what you said, right? This guy right here.
Yeah.
Could have said the same exact thing, right? In terms of, I don't want a woman with multiple kids. And I'm sure they probably would have popped on their own, right?
Yeah. This guy right here.
And if he simply said the same thing, right? Maybe not in the same way, but same things, we would have had a different response. In other words, we would have still been like, all right, cool. He got to expose these women for whatever, you know, but he's still more legible of a bachelor. He's still somebody that has those attributes that multiple women of quality would want to date.
Right.
Just wanted to highlight the difference.
Yeah.
It's like you can't come in there
this man.
like, yo,
we don't know him.
You short and fat. Like, who wants to date you if that's how you conduct yourself?
Yeah. Versus,
I don't know. I hope we making sense to some people who get it. It's both sides to every story. You can't come in there and be like, well, you this and you that and this and that.
Yeah.
Even if they made you feel offended, because remember, she was like, I don't like your pants or something like that.
Yeah, your pants is too tight.
That set it off. Even if that's the case, especially as a guy, though, it's never worth going back and forth.
Yeah.
With the woman that doesn't like you or vice versa. Just that's all we're trying to say.
There
that's
was
it, man.
and one last thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. But these ladies overall never said or asked any questions that came off as an attack on him.
No, the pants. She was like,
but that's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
It wasn't
you're making it deeper.
Yeah.
It was just that simple.
It was just that for him.
He doesn't like rejection.
Yeah.
He felt like, yo, you trying to clown me. My pants, and you know he got the Roberto Cavelli.
I get whatever that is.
He, you know, the pants probably came, you know, so he probably just, that's all it was.
That's all it was.
You got to be able to read people, man. That's it. It's simple as that. When you looking for love, you got to come with the attributes of love. If you looking for war, you don't come to hug people. You come prepared for war. If you're looking for love, that's all we saying. It's common sense at this point.
No, you're right.
His energy it wasn't where it should have been. The women, you can throw them away. You can do whatever you want. We're not defending them.
Right.
But please don't ignore the other nuances.
Yeah.
Your daughters.
These flags.
Yeah, you wouldn't be like, yo, have fun. He seemed cool. You'd be like, yo, watch that guy. That's all. So we already covered him as well.
Okay.
When we go back to our channel, we had a few others. We're not going to cover everybody in detail.
Oh, no. You know who we got to cover.
So the blue dress, she was cool. The thing with her was the health issue, right?
Yeah.
She can't have kids.
Yeah.
And I think what I said with that was just, look, and this is to anybody who watched this that actually was on the show.
Yeah.
Shout outs to this guy, by the way. He actually commented. Simply Props, I think it is.
Oh, Simply Pops.
Yeah, the guy that wound up with her.
Yeah.
But here's a recommendation to anybody who's planning to go on the show. Always start with your heaviest questions first. Don't be worrying about her ice cream and her favorite movie, and then you get to the question of kids and marriage. And no, start off with that first, man. That way you don't waste your time. They don't waste yours, and you just boom. Because it seemed like some of the contestants be really bonding, right?
Yeah.
Or fake bonding. And then at the end, they be like,
yeah, that's true.
They be like, so what do you think about celibacy? Pop.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, you ain't want to. So
Yeah.
start with the heavy questions first. That's my only recommendation. So in her case, she couldn't have kids. She probably should have started like, hey, how do you feel about a woman who can't have kids but still want kids? You know what I mean? It would have been right off the rip. She would have knew who was there for her. What's the other thing? Let's look at a few of these. We just gonna like get to okay. This was like one of the first ones we did, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Entrepreneur, thick. She didn't find anybody, if I recall.
Yeah, no.
The only thing I can say, we keeping this like short. She seems like she's going through a transformation. Like she wasn't giving me like she's all quite there, and I'm not talking about mentally. I mean emotionally. Just the way she was carrying herself, even though she was very mature. She
came off composed.
Right. She didn't even respond in an aggressive way. It's just, I don't know. Okay, for me, maybe it was the social media, right? I think I went on her IG and I'm like,
gotta be up front. Yep.
She's still in that mode, like grind mode. I don't think she really looking for love, or at least these are not the right guys. That's my opinion.
No.
What's your take, Juju?
I agree.
Juju, like, yo,
when you look at the socials, you'll see. Yeah, I agree.
All right, so let's kind of fast forward to who she winded up with.
Such a sweet young
there
lady.
There it goes. All right, and that's the guy I was talking about. Shout out to you, man. But she was one of the few that it seemed like a lot of people liked.
Yes.
Like I didn't really see anything negative about her, you know. So we didn't, and I've been on other people's reaction channels, and they always in the comments seem to have, and even the people who respond say something nice. They said she was very presentable, well spoken, well mannered, natural. You know, she was like a soft spoken, feminine, friendly girl. She had all of those attributes that most men would like want in a woman. Like, you know, is that what you recall from her as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Very feminine, just such a genuine soul spirit. You know what I mean? Just genuine energy. But yeah, all natural beauty. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's funny that she winded up with him because if I recall, it was something about like what he said at the end.
Oh, I think about
like
the date.
Top golf, so you can engage.
Where would you take me? Yeah.
And she, you know, and she was like, yo, I caught on to that. I wanted, and that, I like that. She knows what she wants.
Yeah.
This is an example of what we mean.
Yeah.
She came there for something specific and she found it. I want a guy who can just kind of naturally vibe with me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm hoping that they actually still working it out. You know what I mean?
And if not, we
may have to find out why, one way or another. If our ain't going to tell
us. Not.
You may have to tell us, dog.
But I'm pretty hopeful they'll find their somebody.
They're gonna find,
a good somebody.
Even if it's not each other.
Yeah.
They both, you know what? Yeah, they both kind of had that good, genuine vibe.
Good, genuine vibe, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then let's go to, where's she at? Oh, gosh, there we go.
And I knew it. Red. Listen, red.
Yo, I hope I'm completely wrong with all the jokes and assumptions we had about Red.
Yeah.
He just reminds me so much of several people, especially if you're from the A, if you're from Atlanta area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Reds moving all around, you know, through Buckhead, through Bankhead, all of that. And he reminds me of one of them super laid back, chill type guys.
He's like an old soul in a young person's body. How old is he, by the way?
I don't know. I think he's
he may be in his 30s, so he's not. Yeah, he's a grown man. Yeah.
The only problem, though, the only problem. The people he kind of remind me about, as much as they're great people to be around, they just can't seem to, stay with one woman. I'll put it like that. Red, so that's why I said I hope I'm wrong. I hope he doesn't have a family hitting somewhere.
He said he got a fresh one though.
It's like he's too chill. That's the problem. He's like, look, nothing bothers me. Look, I like to talk. We're gonna have fun, and that's it.
Aww.
It's like, so Red, you married? Fun. That's it. How many kids?
Fun. That's it.
That's what I get from Red. Now her, she everybody was calling her fun size.
Yeah. So little petite.
Yeah, she's. Well, I don't know about petite though.
No, she's petite.
Yeah, petite.
Thick petite. I can't even say it, y'all.
That's what she is. She ain't petite. No, but
she's cute. Yeah.
She was different, man. She was. You know what? I liked her. She was cool.
Yeah, she was cool.
It was the communication. That was her blunder.
Yeah.
She said something about she wants a guy with good communication.
But her phone dies all the time.
But her phone dies and she don't really text back frequently. And then so the dude at the end, he hit her with that. Like,
she said she answers on her Mac.
Right.
Because she be gaming.
So that kind of trip up. But nothing stopping Red from a good time. But. So he wound up with a salute to them.
You'll be friends with Red if you knew Red?
Red is cool. I actually have friends like Red already.
Yeah.
In the most literal sense, too. Like, they were redhead, like gingers, black gingers.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. It's like, I that's probably why I'm a little biased, even if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like I know Red, Like, every time I see him, I'm like, Red, your family, man. Go on, dog. But they seem like they're a good couple, so I'm hoping they work out too.
Yeah.
And then there was this girl here. She didn't get anybody. We did cover her.
Oh yeah.
You know what it is for
the ending, it was just like, oh, come on now, like
this. Oh, they had a guy that I think it was this guy right here. He thought it was like a tattoo of her ex or something like that.
Oh yeah, and it was just Biggie and Tupac.
Right.
Yeah.
But even with that, there's still a lot of guys who just may feel a little standoffish, just based on how she look. And I don't mean like just her dress. I mean even her face and everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain, but sometimes I think people go through these transitions and you catch them in different phases, right? Depending on when you catch them, you could be attracted more to them later on or earlier on. I don't know where she is right now, but I don't feel like she's fully there yet. I feel like she's a reformed something. She's recovering from something. Maybe she's done with toxicity and she trying something new.
That's why she said she doesn't want a narcissist. This is the one who said it.
She did say that.
Yeah.
So obviously for her to use it in that way, that term, she's dealt with one.
Yeah.
She had to. You know what I mean? You don't just throw that word around like that.
Yeah.
Right, unless you kind of had the experience and you kind of understand a little bit deeper. So I feel like that's what it is. She's not quite there yet, but I'm hoping she does find love. So we hoping, we rooting for her. And then let's swing to this episode real quick.
They ended up with each other.
They did. And I ain't buying it.
Yeah.
Nobody else is either.
I'm sure that's over.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, I ain't going to leave here single. Yeah. I look, I'll be shocked if they went on a date, yo.
She basically was just asking, I remember at the end, she was asking him questions like, you got a car? You got a job?
Right.
Like, almost like, how many, maybe you could take me out on a few dates.
Yeah.
Like that type of vibe.
That's sad though, man. It's come to this. Like, the dating market is so rough in so many ways. Because you still got people, go ahead.
We got to get that one all the way in the back.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
We got to get that one next,
So for her, the other thing before we move on, right? She actually flaked out on someone in the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
She gave out her number. It seemed like they met casually, coincidentally.
They planned a date.
And she just didn't show up, nothing. She didn't cancel it. It just, and then she ran into him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, in this lineup, she ran into.
She didn't even know what to say. She didn't even know how to respond. I think she just like did a little dance or something like that.
Like, hi, Greg.
Yeah. Hold on, where is it? Matter of fact, let me see. If we can
It's
play.
right there. It's right.
Let's see if we can play it for them. It may not play.
There we go. It was them.
Yeah, it was them. It was them. I ain't even gonna play the whole thing. So that was the other expose for her. She just flaked out, man. Flaked out. So let's go ahead to this shorty over here. She winded up with this guy, if I'm correct.
Oh, I thought you were about to say. Okay.
Oh no, not him. He wasn't giving his name to nobody. His name was like TX4 or something like that. He was just. But no, she winded up with him. The thing is with her, right? And I read this in the comments. I didn't even really focus too much on it. She actually wound up having 2 kids. Did you know that?
2 kids.
And she's like 22, I think, or something like that. I know she's young. So I didn't know that either, but it was at the very end, I think. And he was just like, yo, I'm good either way.
He really?
Yeah. But she had 2 kids, and you know.
I forgot about that.
Right. So I'm really hoping that they fall love in one another, because I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of these fellas, man, they just want to have a good time. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't act like the kids bother them, pay attention. Are they even gonna deal with the kids? Maybe they feel like, hey, I don't want to.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it with her. And then you got her. Hot Pink. Dragonfly Jones. Yo, it's just her whole, it's giving me 80s like action movie, that's all. You know what I mean? But she actually was very unique. She was different in how she spoke and how she
beautiful,
looked.
yeah.
Right. Oh, her skin is flawless, man. So definitely not roasting her at all. But this is one of those episodes that we kind of had a ball with.
Yeah, we did.
Because this guy right here.
This guy with the pea coat.
Mr. I'm so mixed, I may not be black. You know what I'm saying?
I may look Latina.
Yeah,
Latino.
I'm whatever you are at the moment. Whatever's beneficial. He one of them jokers.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did make a statement saying that he likes his women a little lighter. And not even a little. I think a lot lighter.
Yeah. And he made this statement like a girl or 2 before her.
Yeah. No, he made it when it was this girl. I think it was this girl or another girl.
Yeah, it was with her.
Right.
It was with her.
Right. And she's kind of like lighter brown.
She's lighter than the other girl that was on the screen. So you got to understand, guys. He waited to the very end to pop her balloon.
Yep.
When automatically you shared with the whole world, like, I like lighter women.
Yeah. He did it dirty, yo.
It's like, what?
He did it dirty.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Cause
his hand was twitching right there.
Yeah.
See look. He rubbing the pen.
And you said something like his questions at the end was almost a kind of like I want to get her.
He just want to
I want to disqualify her. Disqualify
He was hitting her with that Domino's or Pizza.
Yeah.
Wendy's or Popeyes. Pop. He was going to get out of it regardless. So yeah, that's the other standout. And I don't think we did any other ones yet or released any other ones yet. But we're not going to go too much longer though.
Yeah.
The last one we got to cover though.
Of course.
The ultimate, yo. Hold on. I may just have to even click on our video because it's going to be hard for me to find it on Arlette's. But either way, Mr. Ninja Turtle himself. And by the way, we just being silly when we call him that. We're not trying to say he actually is one.
I hope not. Clearly he's human.
I hope he is. Yo, we about to wrap the show up soon. But anyways, the point is, he was one of the most viral, like, dating contestants in a while.
Yes.
In a while, right? Yes. And here's what's funny, with him, to me.
Dude.
He doesn't even come off as seasoned as the other guy, the 40-year-old guy.
Oh,
that guy came off like, you know what I mean? Like, where I could tell he also was feeling like, yo, I gotta put these women in their place.
Yeah.
He did it in such a way that was like, I don't know, it just seemed more comical, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he actually did put them in their place. He wasn't really combative.
Respectfully.
Yeah, he was like, respectfully, you are definitely not qualified.
You are definitely
He looked up and down like, yo, I know for a fact your application will be denied, yo. So I like his energy. It was funny though, I don't know where he at now in terms of love, but this lineup of women, they were different too, man.
They were,
They were very unique. And someone in the comments, right? You know, especially since this is the weekly recap for our channel.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments told me or mentioned to us that this girl, you know, that's who he wound up with.
Yeah, the black dress.
Black dress. Yeah. That not only did she not go on a date with him, she actually gave her number to another guy backstage, and he like saw it, the plumber. So I read the comment like, yo, if that's true, that's some devious work, yo. That girl is.
But
so
I told
don't know
you,
how true that is.
Remember, we said something about her energy. Just something was sus about that.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't genuine.
Him,
it wasn't
her,
for him.
Yeah,
it wasn't. She even tried to put him in his place. Like, do you know the Bible says love is kind? Yeah. You know, and he was like. And he was so thirsty. He was like, yeah, I know all of that. I got mad Bibles and con. I'm the kindest. I was like, bro, you just want to eat and you hungry. Man. But anyway, that's it, man.
That was a fun
That's it. That's it for our very first recap, right? And we're gonna try to do this every Sunday. You know, whatever videos we do throughout the week, we just try to recap it. So if you watched it up to this point, please accept our thank you. Accept our thank you for rocking with us. Hope you subscribe. Hope you hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video like this. And leave your comments below based on all the different couples. Who do you think was the best match? We would like to know. And before we go, we gotta like share with them. Like, who do we think it was the best match? So far, I'm gonna probably give it to
them. For me, them. Okay. The black dress and him.
That's who you got, right?
Yeah.
I think Maz is gonna be the natural beauty, the natural girl.
Yes.
And the I think he's a content creator, and then that guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to do a follow-up now to see if they still together and how that went down. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It is your boy Gamma signing out with the lovely
Juju.
Until next time, peace.